Recording in progress.
Good day, my name is Jose Domingo M. Cunanan, an AB film student taking the course of Literature and Popular Culture with our professor, Ms. Jocelyn De Castro, third term of academic year 2022-2023. Popular culture is basically what makes a city a city. These are the things that separate one country from others. As to our major output, we are to locate 5 popular cultures in a novel that we chose to read. As a first-time reader on my second try, the approach is not similar since the intention to the book is different. The book I decided to read is by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Japanese playwright and novelist Toshikazu Kawaguchi was born in 1971. He is the most known for his 2015 Japanese novel, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, which has subsequently been released in several other languages. The story takes place in Funicula Cafe in Tokyo, Japan. A man and a woman are shown in the cafe. They work together and are in love. The man's name is Goro and the woman's name is Fumiko. Fumiko believed that Goro was going to propose marriage to her when he requested her to meet with him over the phone and explained that they needed to have a serious conversation. They tried to get to their favorite cafe, but it is closed, so they head to Funicula instead, a place they had never been. He actually tells them to break up in the cafe, though because he's moving to the United States for a new occupation. In the opening lines of Husband and Wife, it is mentioned that the cafe opened its doors in 1874. Kumi Hirai, a woman, visits the cafe one day in search of Yeiko Hirai, her sister. Yeiko, who frequents the cafe, receives a note from Kumi for her sister. Hirai merely discards the note. Kei, a waitress, queries Hirai on why she's avoiding her sister. Hirai reveals that Kumi is constantly attempting to convince her to assist in managing the inn that her family owns, but Hirai feels distant from them. A regular client named Fusagi enters the cafe after Hirai leaves. It's clear from the narration that Fusagi has Alzheimer's. The present day is where the sisters begins. The time traveling chair in the cafe is occupied by a teenage girl. Nagare Pakita, the proprietor of the cafe, understands that she has arrived back in time from the future. The girl is greeted by Nagare, who queries her about her time trip. In the opening of Mother and Child, it is revealed that Hirai did go back to Takakura to manage the inn alongside her parents. Hirai wishes to mend her ties with her parents in remembrance of Kumi. Fumiko returns to the cafe one day and wonders if it's feasible to utilize it to go forward in time rather than backward. Fumiko is excited that Goro has come back to Japan to be with her and that they will soon get married. Fumiko is then made aware of a further restriction. Each individual is only permitted to utilize the cafe's time travel capability once. Later on that day, Kotake and Fusagi came. We meet 4 visitors in before the cafe gets cold, each of whom wants to take advantage of the cafe's time traveling offer in order to confront the man who left them, receive a letter from their husband whose memory has been taken by early onset Alzheimer's, see their sister for the last time, and meet the daughter they never got the chance to know. Customers must sit in a specific seat, they cannot leave the cafe, and they must finally return to the present before the coffee gets cold. Love, loss, regret, and the value of living in the present are some of the themes that are explored in the book. Every character wants to go back in time for a different reason, whether it's to bid farewell to a loved one, patch up a strained relationship, or realize a long held desire. The book emphasizes the notion that even if going back in time could seem like a method to alter the past or the future, doing so ultimately demonstrates how important the present moment is as the only one that actually counts. By understanding and maximizing the time they have in the present, the characters come to understand that while they cannot change the past, they can alter how they approach it. The intriguing underlying idea is an investigation into how people cope with the physical and psychological death of a loved one rather than time travel. It is imparting the endearing lesson that people always have the strength to overcome challenges, regardless of what they may be. It only requires heart. Seasons stream in a cycle. Life as well goes through troublesome winters. However, spring will emerge following any winter. Just like in life, after every rain, there will always be a rainbow. After night comes the day. We must enjoy everything that a moment has in store for us. Do what we must do and just be in the moment. We must live a life being not full of regrets. The book tells us great stories of people who want to have another chance with the people they love. It tells us the things that could have happened if they fought for their feelings. There is a statement here in the book that tells us something about going back to the days. The present won't change even if you correct or make changes with the past. The rules in the novel are the conditions that the protagonist in the story must be able to comprehend. It's a risk going back to the past knowing the present will not even change. It's not just the rules who is stopping the main character from going back to the past. Another character in the story refrains her from doing what she wanted and keeps on wanting to do. This book is a must try and maybe one sitting book to read, since the story is continuous and curiosity will come every after parts of the story. I hope this pechakucha of mine get you a bit of a glimpse of the story of the book before the coffee gets cold. Get the chance to read it since it's a kind of an easy read, and thank you for listening. Once again, I'm Jose Domingo M. Cunanan.